Good morning, first graders. It is time for math. So I love learning about shapes. First, it's pretty easy, right? It's kind of a relaxing time in math. And it's fun. I really wish that we had our shapes at school to use, to play with, to practice with, but hopefully you'll have some blocks or something at your house that you can build with and practice with. Today we're going to look at the shapes on this page. Oh, I think I'm on the wrong page. Oh, I am. Look at that. Okay, I need you to have page 229 out of your math book. And if you do not have that page right now, would you go ahead and go get it? You can pause my video to do that. Hopefully you have it ready. This says to ring, that means draw a circle around the shapes used to make the new shape. And this right here is the new shape, okay? So if you look really closely at this shape, and I'm going to outline it in red, it has a cone on the top. It's kind of hard to see that because it's two different, or it's the same color. And it has a cylinder on the bottom. Can you see that the cone is right on top of the cylinder? So what they want you to do is come over here and circle the two shapes that they used to build this shape. So which shape do they have on the bottom here? They have a cylinder. Okay, and which shape do they have on the top? Yes, they have a cone. All right, so those are the two shapes they used to build this tower. Let's go on to number 2. On this shape, they have a cylinder on top of is that a cube or a rectangular prism? I can't really tell. I think it's a rectangular prism though. I think it's kind of long like a rectangle. So let's go over here. Did they use a cone? No. Did they use a sphere? Did you remember that word? No. Did they use a cylinder? Yes. Did they use a rectangular prism? Yes. And they did not use a big sphere either. Boys and girls, I'd like you to pause the video right now and finish number 3, 4, and 5 on your own. And when you come back, we will check it together. Hi, are you back? Are you ready to check them together? Okay, number 3 was pretty easy. They had the cone and the cube underneath of it. Let's look at number 4, or maybe that's a rectangular prism too. I can't tell. Well, I think it is. I think that looks like a rectangle. Number 4 had 3 cubes and 2 rectangular prisms, okay? But it did not have a cone, it did not have a cylinder, and it did not have a big purple cube. So these still should have been the only 2 that you circled, even though they used more than that. They actually used 5 blocks altogether. All right, and let's look at number 5. We've got the green rectangular prism, the purple cube, and the blue cylinder. I'm sure you got those all correct. All right, let's go ahead and turn to the back of that page. It says, ring the shape used to make the larger shape. Ring the shape used to make the larger shape. Okay, so what they want you to do, you can tell that they've used this 3 times, okay? So they've used the shape 3 times. 1, 2, 3. But which of these shapes did they use 3 times? Was it this one, or this one? What do you think? It's not that one, right? And this one has the cone in the middle of 2 shapes, and that's not correct because on each one of these, the cone is right in the middle. So you are correct if you said this was the shape that they used 3 times to make this shape. Now I want you to look at number 7, 8, and 9. I want you to do the same thing. I want you to think about which single shape they used to make the big shape. They used one of the shapes over and over several times. All right, go ahead and pause the video while you complete that, and when you come back, you can check your answers. Okay, welcome back, boys and girls. This one was fairly easy. You can tell that this was the shape that they used, and they used it 1, 2, 3, 4 times to make the big shape. This one was a little bit harder. I had to look at it kind of carefully. I knew it wasn't this one because the rectangular prism was standing up and down instead of laying flat. This one confused me a little bit, but the cylinder is in the middle of 2 cubes there. So I finally realized that this right here was the one that they repeated. And that looks like this one. And let's see how many times they repeated it. 1, 2, and then they turned it upside down. 3, 4, and that's what made it a little bit tricky. Okay, and number 9, yes, they used this shape and they repeated it 1, 2, 3 times. Well, boys and girls, that's all we have for math today. That was pretty easy, and I hope that you have some blocks or shapes at home that you can build and play with and have fun with them. Just practice those names, okay? Cylinder, sphere, cube, cone, rectangular prism. See you tomorrow.